1 was, and I was like, it's good, it's readable, but it's moving backwards, you know.
Got me digging again, and now I'm gonna find your shit.
That's the goal. You don't know what you see there. Oh no, that's not a good example.
Oh Jesus, again?
I'm getting all of them in New England. The Stormwatch #1.
He's not kidding.
No, I'm not.
I'm thinking about just grabbing all of them and handing them out as Pride Month presents for people at work.
There you go. There is another set in the back of one of these two.
Yeah, I'm not concerned.
Yeah, no, I hear you.
This book needs some love. And I know some people that would appreciate it.
Do you have the whole Miller run?
Not 100%. I have
Pretty
large
close.
chunks from just about everything. I think the earliest one I have is like 14 and 15.
Right.
And then bits and pieces up from there, and then like from 70s on, I've got a lot of it, but I'm missing blocks here and there all over the place.
Probably the expensive Miller run.
There's a couple of the Miller keys that I still don't have, and just odd ones. I'm actually amazed I've made it that far.
Yeah.
It's really only the last couple. I mean, I had a bunch, but it's really only the last couple of years I've been actively trying to get a lot of the older stuff.
I think the movie helped you. Just saying.
Ben Affleck is my inspiration, always.
That's not what I mean. I mean, you know, it kept the price down.
Then Netflix destroyed that anyway, so
Did they?
yeah.
I thought that was popular.
That's what I'm saying. It went. Things started going up again. Actually, it was the later volume stuff that started going up because Echo and all of that. Those shot up like crazy. Which sucks because a lot of those I only had in trades for a while, which is kind of casually picking up out of cheap bins here and there, and now a bunch of them have shot through the roof. Oh. Did you ever see this one? The Closet?
ass is hanging out.
Tinian's 3-issue horror book. James Tynion. It was only last year. Just a 3-issue series. It's about a kid being menaced by closet monsters and his father's lack of ability to deal with it.
Stop being such a pussy!
It's hard to describe without spoiling the whole thing, but it's not okay. It's one of those that like does not leave you in a happy place. Always looking, because I mean, look at all of this. You never know what you're missing. And he's always throwing new stuff in here, so I don't know. Doesn't hurt to look. So far, there have been movies of my two favorite hero properties, Daredevil and Green Lantern, that were both considered two of the worst hero movies ever made. And they're both especially tragic because the things they get right were great, and the rest is just shameful. So hopefully they'll do better next time. Yes, and it was better, but still not up there. You know, I think Jennifer Garner as Elektra, like one of the whitest women in the world, playing a dark-haired Greek woman, is kind of, I don't know, it was just silly. Yeah. I liked it. Yeah, that I enjoyed. And it's going to be interesting to see now that Disney's keeping the same actor and picking it up again, but kind of shifting the tone. And it's not picking up where the other one left off and continuing the same show necessarily, but it's going to be the same guy. So we'll see what they do with it. It's weird that, I mean, the Netflix shows were much darker than Disney, so it's going to be interesting to see like how far they're willing to go and what angle they're going to take on it. I mean, I was surprised they went as far as they did with a lot of stuff in Guardians 3. Yeah, it'll hurt. Bring tissues. I went opening weekend and there were kids crawling into their parents' laps asking to leave. I mean, there's a lot crammed in there, but it was kind of a farewell for a lot of them, so they everybody gets their time. It was good. Hard to watch, but good. I like just about all of the hero stuff he's done recently. It's hard to imagine his tone and one guy taking over the whole DC field, so I'm kind of curious who else he's going to involve as directors and as writers. Maybe like, you have the guy that keeps the whole thing on the rails and under a certain tone, but you have different people doing their own takes on things like Marvel's been doing. So, I'm optimistic. It's got to be better than Superman snapping necks. I mean, that's, the same thing was frustrating about some of the Snyderverse DC stuff, that the things they get right are gorgeous. Most of the casting was fantastic. Like, Henry Cavill's a great Superman. I just didn't like the way they used him a lot of the time, and I know a lot of people didn't. So I think we're going to see something very different. I'm cautiously optimistic about what that might be, but they make so many Batman and Superman movies and cast so many different people in those parts. If you don't like one, just wait 5 minutes. The next one will be around and you'll have another shot at it. As long as I'm enjoying it, yeah. I mean, something doesn't have to be good to be fun. Sometimes it's fun because it's terrible. I'm fine with that. I was really mixed on that one. I think they had a lot of good ideas that they stretched too far and maybe just went a little too all in with. It was definitely too long. Definitely needed some editing. But we'll see what they do with that going forward too. Because at this point, it looks like they're going to have multiple Batman projects going on and multiple interpretations in the field at the same time. So something for everybody, I guess. But at the same time, like everybody I work with, people that are 20 years younger than me, a lot of the time love that movie. There's like the best thing since Heath Ledger. They were just all over that movie. So some things just don't hit for me, but they find their audience elsewhere. That's cool. He's probably the main reason that I'll show up. I liked Ezra Miller. I don't know what I think of him right now, the way things have been going, but I think that movie's probably going to be a hot mess, but it'll be a good popcorn watcher. Marvel's been really good generally about taking bits and pieces, and they haven't really done as much like straight off the page stuff, but they'll take a bit from something from 40 years ago, a bit from something 5 years ago, from the main universe, from the Ultimate Universe, and kind of mash it all together in a way that clearly is working for them. It's hard to say. It's hard to say at this point, now that we've seen so many of these movies, that like exactly comic accurate is even the goal, because there's so many things that don't necessarily translate. You look at something like Sin City, that's probably one of the most accurate page to screen adaptations ever, especially in the way it's shot. They nailed that one. You'll see something like the extended version of Watchmen, which is debatable to begin with, Snyder again, but the extended cut just never ends. What people most want to see is characters represented the way they perceive them, but that's going to be different for everybody, so you're never going to please everybody has a different voice for that character in their head, or has an idea of what choices they would make in a given situation. But with a lot of these characters having 80 years of history, that's a lot of options. And you're never going to pick one that satisfies everybody.
I did not count them. So that's 16. And 5 and 8. So $24.
Perfect.
Kid, $24, a stack of books. You can't go wrong, right?
Can't go wrong.
Where do you get your books? Where do you get my books? Do you get them in Boston or?
I don't really have any. I don't have a pull list going.
Okay.
There's a place I go in Somerville.
Yeah. What's that?
Hub. It's on the other side of town.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if because I know Boston is a million stores are.
Not yet. Well, New England Comics pretty much closed all of its locations.
Did they really?
Yeah.
No shit. I didn't. Wow. I forget the store that's down in Fenway, Fenway Park area. You got to walk down. Comicopia. Yeah. Is he still open? He's still around?
Yes.
Okay.
I never go there. It's so far out of the way.
I mean, I haven't been down there, we're talking in the 90s sometimes. Yeah. In the 90s.
The Rathskeller days.
Yeah. Well, you know what was kind of messed up is I went down that shop on a Wednesday night. A bunch of us, maybe 5 stores, got together and all we just made this big order of bags and boards so we get the cheapest possible price, and it was delivered to his place. So we all had to come down and get them. And I go in there and he's got like 2 X-Men books on the shelf. And I go, wow, you had a big run of the X-Men? He goes, no, I only ordered like 6. You know, right? And he had, remember that book, Hate?
Peter Bag.
Peter Bag, right? Yeah. Right? He must have had stacks of them. I go, did you get an overage on this? He goes, oh no, we fly through these other. It was just weird of being 30 miles away of how different the market was, you know?
That's BU campus.
Oh yeah, right. It was all college, right? It was all college stuff, right? Because I was ordering 1 Hate a month or 2 Hates a month, you know, and 50 X-Men. He's ordered 6 X-Men and 100 Hates, you know. It's
so he's going through his. This Joker's unleashing all kinds of havoc on this town, on Gotham, whatever. This somehow is a version of Punchline, which I wouldn't recognize at all. This is a different version of Alfred. He's got all these different versions of characters from his book. So Alfred's kind of getting a little badass there. This is the Joker who's not crazy yet. And he keeps on seeing himself in reflections as the Joker. So Batman's kicking some butt. That's Catwoman from a different timeline. So they're going along. They're fighting people. They're beating people up. Alfred's shooting people. Looks like. I don't know.
How's it going, buddy? Good.
This guy, he just can't get crazy enough to be the Joker that he wants to be. Batman beats up Punchline.
Is that allowed?
Yeah, well, yeah.
Okay.
So they're fighting, squaring
Red
off.
Hood?
Nope, that's Jack Napier, but
he does a Red Hood.
He isn't crazy though. So this is Alfred from this time, and he's like, "Oh, I guess I'm dead in your timeline." So he's like, "I can take you back with me. We can work together." Blah blah blah. And he's like, "Nope." So Catwoman, she somehow has something set up here that she doesn't want him interfering with. So she kicks him into the time portal thingy, and here he pops out. So he pops into this. He's in the multiverse. He pops into some different timeline with Joker. Michael Keaton's Batman.
Okay. I am Batman. I'm Batman.
What are you?
I'm Batman.
This is like the 50s cartoon Batman. Batman Adventures Batman. Batman and Batman Beyond.
Yep.
So that's obviously the animated Joker. I think that's Kingdom Come Batman, right? That's what he looked like in Kingdom Come? With that weird armor on?
Yeah, I think that could be him, yep.
I'm not sure what that one is supposed to be. Maybe Christian Bale? I don't know. So yeah, this is the cartoony.
Yep.
Boom. Runs into Adam West.
Adam West, look at that.
Dude, you need to, if you're going to fight crime, you need a utility belt.
That is awesome. That
drawing too.
That is a great drawing. Definitely is. Yep.
Cesar Romero.
Yeah. Yeah, that is a great drawing. Here, have my utility belt.
So then they lead into Frank Miller Batman after that.
Yep.
And he kind of hangs out with him, talks to him a little bit. They kind of exchange notes. He's on this landmass created by this Joker that's supposed to represent his psyche or whatever, I think. And you got the giant great white sharks with the Joker faces painted on them, and they're getting closer and closer. They're gonna chomp on Batman. He's like, oh man, what am I gonna do now?
I'm gonna punch one in the eye.
Oh, he's like, oh crap, I got nothing to fight these sharks with, unless, boom,
shark
repellent.
Yeah.
Sprays them, they're out of there. And he punches the not Joker.
And it's a happy ending.
That's a happy ending, and that's his. I guess he's mentally fracturing. Those are all the different parts of his psyche that we just kind of witnessed, I think. But yeah, that was pretty.
That was actually pretty cool. Yeah, that was cool. ever makes fun of is the shark repellent. Yep.
Read the first issue of this?
I didn't.
It's awesome.
Is it? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's Corey was saying too.
It's just like the TV show.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks for stopping in. Take care.
Yeah, you too.
Yeah.
Did you read that one?
I've perused it. Do you know the big spoiler already?
Yeah, because Marvel put it on their Twitter yesterday.
Oh.
I was like, okay, that's
Ms.
fucking...
Marvel is dead. The world does not care.
I don't understand, like, how that's a big... She wasn't even in the comic. Like,
No.
I don't understand, like, how it's her that died. She wasn't in any of the other previous issues.
You want me to show you something?
Sure.
It's going to give something away.
I don't give a shit.
Okay. It still was her, right? But look, first, MJ's here.
Yep.
Do. Boom! She's knifed through,
Oh, it's MJ, yeah.
right? But
And that's what I was expecting, the big spoiler.
then you killing MJ's big.
Yeah.
Killing Ms. Marvel, who cares?
Right.
I mean, you know she's gonna come back
Anybody,
as a
everybody's
mutant.
coming back.
You know, I mean, she'll
Yeah.
come back as a mutant now
Yeah.
because they don't like Inhumans anymore.
Right.
So as you move along, she's like, "Oh no, MJ, talk to me." And all of a sudden, it was Kamala Khan.
Ah, that's so stupid.
And like, oh, Kamala Khan's been has been Ms. Marvel the whole time, and now here's MJ still here with
Yeah, the dude she was in, like, the future, or
Yeah.
whatever, the
Yep.
different parallel universe.
Yep.
with.
So she's still here. Bang. So he's down here holding her. Oh, you're dead. She's over here holding him. Yeah, we're still alive. Yay! It's
Those panels that you showed before leads me to believe that they didn't know who they were going to kill until recently.
yeah.
Like, this probably wasn't planned.
Right. And again, I haven't read it yet. So I became Wyatt, the god of scab and bone. The world is mine to slaughter. Blasphemous priest. Blah blah blah. Blank Dawn. I have no idea what just happened there either. Where she stabbed here, MJ, when he goes, "Oh my God, MJ," and she goes, "Spider-Man." I don't know. I don't know if he makes her see that it's MJ or because they said, "Oh, this is going to be a hot book. Everyone's wanting
yeah.
right." Wednesday morning before I came in, they were still only going online for $5. I don't even think they've gone up in price.
I don't think so, because
right,
the whole thing was spoiled.
right.
Like, months ago.
So they spoiled it. Everyone just went, who cares? I'm not paying extra for this crap now.
I like Ms. Marvel,
No.
but that's trash.
Yeah. I agree.
No, I try to stay away from, like I said, the spoilers have been out for, like, a while. And I try to stay away because I was like, I don't want to get spoiled. I figured it was going to be like MJ. I follow Marvel on Twitter, and they literally put it out Wednesday night. Like, Miss Marvel's dead. And I'm like, well, they fucking ruined it. And I'm like, I'm like, this is just stupid. She wasn't in that whole comic. I don't understand. I guess we'll see if it makes sense, but I doubt it. It's going to be stupid. I'm not looking forward to reading Spider-Man anymore, to tell you the truth. Have you read anything else, Glenn, this week, or no?
I read.
Pride?
Yeah, I read twice actually. I ran out of both books. I ran out of that I read too. I read the League of Exceptional Gorilla Men.
Oh, you gave me that last week.
Okay, yeah. It wasn't what I expected it to be.
Me neither. I didn't like it.
Yeah, no, I thought it was going to be something totally different.
I agree.
Yeah, I was disappointed.
I agree. I was as well.
And then I read the book North Valley Grimoire. It was okay. It felt like it was a crime noir, like a noir book.
Okay.
So I sold out of it. I had to reorder it.
Okay, but it was good?
I liked it. Yeah, I liked it.
You know what was good? The other book that you gave me from the one that did Gorilla Men.
Oh, was it the Roland? No, it wasn't Roland.
Red head. I don't know.
Yeah, the one with the face, the head.
Yeah, it looked like something out of like the movie The Thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was awesome. That was good.
Because I reordered that too.
And it was just legit. I think it was a one shot.
Oh, that's even better.
And it was a horror story.
Yeah.
And it was good.
Oh, good. Because I reordered it. Because I didn't have any more after I gave it to you. I had one sub, and then you grabbed my last one, so I didn't even have it.
Yeah. I thought it was good.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, I think you'd like it. It's a quick read too. It's not like a ton of dialogue or anything in there. Okay, I was like, did I leave my books up here?
That's old. That's Fury's.
Yeah, I didn't read it. I didn't.
Okay.
I didn't pick it up last.
Okay.
Whatever. I think it's what
2
like
weeks.
a month.
Yeah.
And I know I started reading this, and it's kind of shitty. There was a preview in this, in like one of the things,
Okay.
and it's one of those ones I was reading it, and I'm like, this is gonna take me like 2 hours to read.
But you're gonna try it anyway.
Yeah, it looked like they had a whole bunch of characters from like pop culture, like Dragon Ball Z. I think there was the Akira guy was in it.
Okay.
Like I think like well, I mean, it kind of looks like Yogi.
Yeah.
That's Tetsuo from Akira. I mean, that's Radiant Black.
Or
a monkey with a space
or in
jetpack on.
or in Humans.
Yeah, or
Black Bolt.
Black Bolt. Yeah. But I mean, look at this. Like every page, that's like Ninja Gaiden. Like this is going to take me a long time to read.
This is something epic.
Yeah, it is.
Definitely
It is.
something epic.
$3.99.
Wow.
Look at they don't even they put it. It's so much they put it on the back
Yeah,
cover.
there you go.
It's not even enough to contain in one comic.
There was a book that came out a while ago. Are you leaving? Okay. We're going to do a list, right? Okay. There was a book that came out, I don't know, a few years back. And it was getting towards the end where the sales were bad. They wanted to finish it off. That the story actually started on the inside cover, went to the back cover, and finished on the back inside, the back outside. Then the next issue, finish it off. But it started on the inside cover again and ended on the back.
So they just fit as much as they could.
As they could, yep, as they could on it. So the cover was part of the story, just so they could get it all in. I think what they did was they actually condensed down 3 issues into 2, and they had to edit out some stuff. But to get the extra pages to get it in, they needed the covers to do it too. You want to do the list? Ross is waiting to do the list.
Let's do it.
All right, we're gonna start it off with Almighty Glenn, or Glenn Almighty, whichever one you want it to be. Ambassadors.
Yes.
Astrobots, Blood Tree, Disney's Villains, Maleficent, Eternus, Fence, Redemption. That's a comic book about fencing. Yeah, it's actually a second volume. It's somehow...
Is it a manga?
No, it's actually from Boom Studios.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how it got a second one. I mean, the first one didn't sell. Well, it didn't sell here for crap. You know, it's I stopped carrying it after 2 issues.
Must have sold somewhere.
Yeah, it had to. Or somebody knows. Someone's got pictures on somebody.
Yeah, right.
Frank Frazetta's Death Dealer.
Yeah.
Godfell. Hell to Pay. Here Comes Calico. It's funny. That's this book here. All the money for the book, I guess, goes to like an animal abuse thing, and the very first photo of a picture on the first page was some guy bludgeoning a dog or an animal up onto a countertop or something, like bludgeoning it, and we made a joke.
Like it was a real picture?
Oh no, it was drawn. Right. But it was a joke. Don was doing the New This Week with me. He goes, "Oh my God, you're smushing a dog's head. I'll buy that book." You know, someone explained this. You know, making fun of animal abuse is just awful. You know something? We know. That's why I was pushing the book, saying, "Hey, look, it goes to this goes thing." But it was in the book. If you can't make a joke about something, then there's just a problem. Okay? It's guess what? It doesn't matter. You sold another book because of that. If the guy bought it because someone smashed a dog's head in on the first page, and that's why he bought it. Oh, what?
Still a sale.
Yeah, yep, exactly. Now, if it's a poodle, it'd be okay. No one cares about poodles. Hey, kids, comics. I hate this place. In Hell We Fight. Junk Rabbit. Lamentation. Love Everlasting. Those sales on that book has dropped. Magic Order.
Yep. Yeah.
Sins of the Salton Sea.
Yes.
Spawn. Put your name down on it already. Star Signs. Stoneheart. Sudden Death. Traveling to Mars. That's it for the independent stuff this week. Captain America, Sentinel of Liberty.
Yep.
Daredevil.
Yep.
Deadpool Batter Blood, #1.
Yes.
Fantastic Four. Cricket. Groot. Immortal X-Men.
Yep.
Invincible Iron Man. Loki. No Loki for you? Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Star Wars.
Yep. Just right down the list.
Yep. You got Star Wars. You got Return of the Jedi. The Empire. Star Wars Yoda.
Yep.
X-Men Before the Fall. Mutant First Strike.
Yeah.
Hairball.
Did you ever read that?
I didn't. Should have I?
Who writes that? Is it James Tinian or is it?
Matt Kint.
Yes. Yeah, that's the one I told you. It's about the cat in the family.
Oh yeah, yes.
It's good. The first 2 issues are fantastic.
Okay. I know you guys don't do any Star Trek or My Little Pony
No.
because you've got taste, and you wanted the
Dark Knights of Steel or
Dark
whatever?
Knights of Steel. Yep. Okay.
Is that the one that is it on like issue 10 or something?
Yeah. It's been
12.
late.
Yeah.
It was late. Yep.
Yeah. What is this? Probably 2 months late. It feels like.
Yeah, and that's at number 11.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, I think we're on a year and a half for this book coming out for a 12 issue.
Yeah.
For a 12 issue series too. Yeah.
If not longer. I totally thought it was over.
I like Steel. I think he's a good supporting character. Miniseries possibly. Ongoing series, no. I think John Henry Irons is a good character.
You mean Shaq?
Shaq, yeah. What movie are you gonna see tomorrow? You think?
I don't know. I'm debating Guardians of the Galaxy. I kind of want to see the new Spider-Verse, but I feel it's going to be crowded. Or Fast and Furious. It's the only thing is like this is like I think it starts at like 3 or 4, which is kind of I was hoping it would be noontime because I have a half day.
Yeah.
And it's like 2 hours and 25 minutes long. And
That's bullshit. A Fast and Furious movie, 2 hours and 25 minutes. Those are the movies. That's an hour and 35-minute movie tops.
But I feel like it's going to be 2.5 hours long, and it's not going to feel like it because it's just going to be like constant, just explosions, no dialogue.
Right.
10 minutes, like we're coming up with the plan, and then like a bunch of cars weaving in and out of traffic and helicopters. So I'm like, I'm cool with that.
I'm not.
But it's like I can shut my brain off for 2 hours.
That's exactly what that's what they're for. That's what's so great about.
That's why I'm like I want to go
movies.
see him see it in the theater.
Yeah.
So I was gonna say like when he was with Gore, it seemed like a great movie, and then when Gore wasn't on the screen, it would turn into like a joke movie.
Yeah.
And I was like, I wasn't there for it.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think it's as bad as a lot of people said it was. I won't watch it again.
Yeah.
And I'm glad I didn't go to the theater to watch it either. Sitting at home, I lived through it. Part of it, I closed my eyes. You know. It's, but they made Thor's an idiot. Always has been.
Yeah.
But they made him to a moron. You know, it's. And you know, we still need some comedy in a movie to lighten things up.
Well, the previous Thor one had comedy. The one where he fought the Hulk. And it was an excellent movie.
It was. I think because I thought they hit the comedy perfect with what they should do.
It was just enough.
Right.
It didn't go overboard.
And this was more comedic than...
Yes. And it was almost like the beginning of that movie, it was like, who's the bigger moron, Star-Lord or Thor?
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't want to see this.
And then we get Zeus as just as big of a moron, right, you know? It's but the scenes with Gore and the scenes them fighting and stuff was actually really good. Yeah. So there were some good parts to that thing, and I get to listen to Guns N' Roses too, so at least that was a plus also. Yeah. They had a good soundtrack. Yeah.
Both of those movies he did had an awesome soundtrack.
Yep, they sure did. But overall, it wasn't a great movie.
No.
I'm not pissed that I watched it though. I'm glad I at least watched it.
Yeah, same. Like I'm glad I didn't go to the theaters to see it.
Yep.
I watched it at home. It was fine.
Yeah.
If I paid like $15 to go see it, I would have been like.
I think I would have ripped the chair out of the right out of the floor.
Yeah.
Thrown it through the screen or something. And then we watched They Them.
Oh, that's the Peacock, the one where like they go to like the gay and transsexual kids go to like the camp, right?
The conversion camp.
Yeah, they're trying to convert them to straight again. Yeah. Was that good?
I thought it was going to be more of a horror film than what it actually was because people getting murdered at this camp.
Yeah.
So I thought it was a horror film, but I mean, Kevin Bacon was not a nice guy. He's the leader of this camp, and he's telling all these people, "Hey guys, we want you to whoever you love at the end, you love. It's okay. Yeah. You know, I'm cool with this. But you're here. because we're going to make you straight. Well, wait a minute. You just said for 1 second,
we don't care.
We don't care at the end if you want, but we're going to make you this way. So yeah, there was a lot of double talk going on, right? Once the killing started, I said to my wife, I go, oh, I know who's doing this. I didn't know who was actually doing the killing, but I know why the killing was being done. The person that it was the type of person that I said it was going to be. So I'm a third of the way through the movie. I'm going, I already know why they're doing the killing and what's going on here. So for that sense, it wasn't that great of a movie because it's very predictable on the person doing the killing. I mean, it didn't suck. It was all right. And you know something? I was in the comfort of my own home watching it. I was okay with it. I saw commercials too for a new M. Night Shyamalan movie, and that guy has Shyamalan me so many times that I don't.
Which one?
I can't remember the name of it, but I looked.
In the Woods?
No. And I don't know if it was on. I don't know if it's original for one of the streaming services that we're watching, but
okay.
But I looked. I says that looks good, and I go this movie. And it says M. Night Shyamalan. I go, oh boy, I don't know if I want to see this now.
Yeah, that's all. These movies look good,
Right.
Even that like Will Smith one, After Earth, look good.
Yeah.
And then I watched it and I'm like, it's not good.
Yeah, and I mean, but his early stuff was so good.
Up until the one, the nurse, whatever the guy wrote, the nursery rhyme guy wrote it, and he lived in the apartment building, and it was like the wolf. Paul Giamatti was in it.
Oh, Lady in the Water.
Yes,
that sucked.
It sucked.
The Village sucked too.
I didn't mind the Village.
I felt that's where I got Shyamalan. It's because we're off for 3 days.
Yeah.
So
Did
that's
you
probably
do anything, or you just?
No. The first day we did absolutely nothing. I didn't leave the house. It was awesome. Didn't come in contact with anybody. It was beautiful. The second day. Didn't leave the house till we went out to dinner. The only time we came in contact with her was at dinner. Then we came back home. Beautiful. And Tuesday we had to go out and do a few things.
Yeah.
It was perfect.
So 2 days of the least human contact possible.
Oh yes. Didn't open up an email. Didn't turn on the computer. It was beautiful. That sucked. Sucked.